Hi, Tom here with my new Circle Line Art School video, How to Draw a Landscape. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Circle Line Art School, to watch over 200 of my earlier videos. The first step in this drawing is to draw an arch for a bridge that we're going to have in the foreground. Now we can add a line to the left of the top of the bridge, and this will show the width of the bridge. And now if we draw another arch, copying the first arch, then we've got both sides of the arch bit of a bridge. The next thing we can do is draw a line along here to show the edge of the river, and then just add another line on the other side of the arch. Now if we look at the first arch and find the top, we can draw a line from the top of this point, and this will be the height of our bridge. We can repeat this on the other side of the arch, and now from this line we can draw the front side of the bridge. Once you've got one side of the bridge, then you just need to copy that on the other side of the bridge. Now we can draw a curved line either side of the bridge for the banks of the river. Next we can add a height to the back and the front of the bridge. Now I think I'll add a curved road that gets wider as it comes towards us, coming towards the foreground. Now as the river snakes away, it's going to get narrower as it goes towards the horizon. I'll add a hill here going towards the left, and the river can continue beyond the hill going into the distance. We can now extend the road towards the right. I think I'll give the road a curve too, maybe going up a bit of a hill as well. And again, like the river, it needs to get narrower as it snakes away. We could add a side of a hill here. Now, if you imagine a road going over a hill, it would go down the other side, which we can't see, and then it would probably pop up somewhere else a bit lower down towards the left in this drawing. So the road doesn't continue in a straight line over the hill. It sort of disappears for a while, and then when it pops up, it's slightly to the side, to the left in this drawing. Now we've got the basic structure to our landscape drawing, we could add a thickness to the walls of the bridge here, and erase some of the lines that we no longer need. I think I'll move this line on the left of the bridge at the top just a bit so that we can see the other side of the bridge more clearly. I will add a faint line along the side of the bank here to show where it changes direction. And now I could add a second line along the side of the river itself. This will be useful later to show a sort of sparkly little bit of white paper that hasn't got tone on it to show the light in the river. Now I can just draw in the reflection of the bridge here in the water and maybe add a few more hills into the distance. In the foreground on the right, I'll draw a tree here, just a simple tree trunk at first, with a few simple branches at the top, and then just sketching in a loose shape, starting the tree a bit smaller than I think it will go. If you do a tree too big, it's quite hard to make it smaller again. But it needs to be quite large because it's quite near us in this landscape. And now on the right here I can just add a row of some bushes and make them tonally quite dark. For this drawing I'm using a 4B pencil, a paper blending stump and an eraser. If you don't have a blending stump for smudging, an eraser can also do this. Now it's time to add the tone for the drawing, the shading. I'll start by shading the really dark tone under the bridge, and that will be the darkest tone in the drawing, I should think. I'll make sure there is a high tonal contrast in the water, because that will enable me to get a slightly watery effect, just using the pencil that I'm using, the 4B pencil. I'll add some shadows to the left of the tree and left to any of the other things that I draw in this picture. I will add in some trees in the distance, and I want some sort of patches of light and dark, and maybe in the foreground I'll add some taller grasses, and in the background I'll just make sure I smudge it a little bit and make sure the marks in the background are quite tiny, quite small. We don't really need to know all the time what the marks are, they just need to be roughly the right sizes. I hope you subscribe to my YouTube channel, Circle Line Art School, where I post a new how to draw video every week. I hope you find this drawing useful for your own drawings. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll post a new video next Saturday.